Okay, what's going on, everyone? It's KIM in the SAV, Kim out of Savannah, Georgia. And guys, I had to come on and talk to you guys right quick. I just finished watching a clip from Dave Ramsey on YouTube. I watch it a lot of times to just remind myself to go out there. Everybody's not going to want my opportunity, right? And that's super cool. But there are people out there that really, really need it. And I watched those clips. I don't know if you turned it up or not, son, but I hear it again. I hear it again. So, yeah, when I watch the Dave Ramsey clips, oh my gosh, like there are people, your next door neighbor, your church, your family member, your best friend, you don't know who is in financial like despair. I was watching this clip and a guy called it financial impotence. I was like, woo! He was like, there are so many people that are financially fragile. I was like, woo! I like all these terms. Hey, what's going on? I got all the Lisas. Lisa Renee Smith, Lisa Lassiter, Lisa Lee Rodriguez. Oh my gosh, is this a Lisa only broadcast? But anyway, guys, let me tell y'all, I put it in the title and I'm just going to reiterate it. There was a young lady who at 29 years of age had $385,000 of student loan debt, and she was only making $50K per year. And you could just hear the tension. I'm going to put the link to the video in the comments below so that y'all can go and watch it for yourself. You could just hear in her voice, she was like beyond, just beyond. And I'm listening to this clip and I'm thinking, that's a lot of money, right? $385,000 freaking dollars. That's a lot of money. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I myself have over six figures, not anywhere near 385,000, but over six figures of student loan debt for a degree that I'm not using, for 2 degrees, one bachelor's, one master's that I'm not using. You know why? Because you don't need a degree to sell tea, all right? However, people say like, do you regret your degree? Because my mom is always on me about it. She's like, Kimmy, at least you have those degrees. And I totally get it. I know what she's saying. However, I definitely would have done things differently. If I knew then what I know now, I definitely would have done things differently. A shocker to me was when I was working in higher education as a dual enrollment coordinator, which was basically a person who went to high school kids and got them to go to college early for free. You would think that would be an easy job, but it was not. It was a lot of politics involved. We'll just say that. But anyway, I remember talking to high school students about how they could get their associates in welding while they were still in high school, and this would help them to earn $60,000 a year. And at the time, I was working in a job that it required my master's degree just for me to get the interview, and I was making $40,000 a year. Now, do the math on that. I remember leaving like one of the presentations like, what am I doing? What is going on? This is booty backwards. Can't curse. All right, this is booty backwards. And I was pissed. I was like, I'm up here telling people how to get more money than I make with an associate's degree, and this job required me to have a master's degree. Like, whoa, it was just beyond. And I saw a lot of people come into my office. There were two types of parents that came. The ones who never went to college and they thought that college was the holy grail. They're like, my baby going to college. You the first one in the family. And then there were the ones who went to college previously, and they thought that we still living back in the day when college was all you need to guarantee a good life. So they're like, I went to college and my child is going to go to college too, because they're going to do what I do, because I know that this is the way. And I was like, okay. Guys, let me tell y'all this though. It is a new day and age, and I'm not down in college. However, I really strongly advise. Lisa Lee said that is crazy. Hey, listen guys, and if you're watching this on YouTube, it originally began as a Facebook Live, so be patient with me while I shout out my people like Jerry Peterson in the house, Gary McCollum, Melody Moore, Gwendolyn Wright, Bayan Harrison, Oksana, Melech Choko, Al Howard, Alfreda Strickland. Okay, and I got the other ones earlier. But guys, let me tell you something. I'm not down in college. However, I will say this. You have to know why you are going, and depending on your occupation, is it really necessary? Because in this day right here, in this day and age right here, it's really not for many people. for many people. I listen to Dave Ramsey incessantly, and there are people that are making two good incomes, and they're in so much student loan debt. There was a couple who called, and they're over $1 million in debt. Student loan debt. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me, y'all. You have got to get in touch with the times. Stop. Somebody said y'all always laughing at me, but I'm so dead serious. Okay. I went to this seminar with Candy B, and it was by Damon John. Damon John wrote the book, The Power of Being Broke. I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to. Guys, the one thing I remember from the seminar was that the instructor was at the top, and he said, you know what? Poor people send their kids to college. I'm messing it up. Poor people send their kids to college so they can learn how to become good employees. The rich and the wealthy send their kids to college too, but it's so that they can learn how to socially interact with their future employees. Baby! That thing hit me like a ton of bricks in the audience. I was like, no, he didn't. Yes, he did. Oh, I'm glad he did. It's the truth. It's the truth. And you better recognize that, because it is really something. Now, I will tell you this. I used to look down at people who do what I do right now. I thought it was for lazy people and for losers. But when I got in my company and I met Dominic Moore, who paid off his student loan debts, cash. I heard of Natalie Nicole, who paid off her student loan debt, cash. Dollar bills, y'all. Then there was a young lady on my team, not on my team, in my team group, not on my team, not like she's directly responsible to me, but one of my close business partners. She's very low key. You won't see her on the stage. If you YouTube TLC leaders, you know she's not the Stormy and the Candace Bird Davis and the Greg and Lanika Scott. Love all those people, but you will never see this young lady's name. Just a regular schmegular girl. And her son just went to college, and she paid the first semester over $13,000 cash. Dollar bills, y'all. I was like, wow. These people are paying off the debt for their degrees with tea. Sounds like a winner to me. Sounds a whole lot better than what the young lady on Dave Ramsey's program was thinking about doing. Because this young lady who at age 29, now mind you, I had Eho, who's just happy I'm doing this video and not paying attention to him right now. I see you, son. I had Eho when I was 30 years old. Okay, that's my only child. But when I had him, it changed everything for me. I didn't want to do anything but read Cat in the Hat to my son. I didn't want to do anything but shoot airplanes and, airplane food into his mouth. Here comes the peas. I didn't want to do anything but just go to sleep with him on my chest. That was when his breath still smelled good when he slept, right? I just wanted to, just feel the little baby heart. It changed everything for me. So I'm listening to this young lady who at 29 years old has $385,000 in debt, only making $50,000 a year. And yes, she was a doctor. Y'all listen to the clip. I'm going to put it after I end this broadcast, okay? Bernadette Henry said, paying for college cash. Yes. Melody Moore is laughing at me. Hey, Sherry Harris. Hey, Nathan Faye. People get into network marketing and think they don't have to work. Yeah, they don't. They think that. But, Regina McDowell. Look, Big Gina. Big G. Regina McDowell is one of my better bodybuilders. Less than a month in the business, earned 2 commission checks. And this is not about Regina, but I have to say this. What's so funny about Regina? She has a good job. But she recognized an opportunity to, number one, help people, and number two, she has some of her own goals that she wants to pay cash for. So, she's just rocking and rolling. I don't know what I did to deserve her on my team. I don't know if she joined me by accident. Man, I don't know if she really meant to join me, because she's such a good, we are so opposite. I'm not saying I'm not a good person, but she's so nice and just easy breezy, calm and collected. And I'd be like, hey, Regina! But she's rocking it out, helping people, making money. a part of the Better Body Crew and the Better Bank Account crew. And I wish the young lady on Dave Ramsey would consider this, because basically his advice to her was she was working in the public sector because she was trying to do student loan forgiveness, right? Student loan forgiveness, which is a joke. If you and I love it when people who don't have student loans tell you to do student loan forgiveness, because clearly they don't know how it works, right? Check it out. But Dave Ramsey made a good point. He was like, you're going to basically be an indentured servant for 10 years just so that they can forgive your student loans as a part of a program that's really falling apart. Did you catch that? Did you catch that? And it's the truth, because she at 29 years old is close to the age I was when I had my first child. Now, I don't know if this young lady ever wants to have children, but they are not forgiving your student loans because they have good hearts. Okay? Because they, it doesn't work like that. They're forgiving your student loans because the trade-off is that you are like eating peanut butter for 10 years. The reason why they're forgiving your student loans is because trust me, it's to their benefit. They're forgiving your student loans because the amount of time that it took for you to make like the little tiny pennies for 10 years straight. And there's a lot of caveats in that. Like I said, look it up if you don't believe me. But they're forgiving your student loans because you basically have already, if you had made what you were supposed to be making, it would be a lot more than what they're forgiving. Trust me, anytime the government does something for you, it ain't for you, boo! It ain't for you! So Dave Ramsey was telling the young lady, you don't want to do the student loan forgiveness program. It would be much better for you to go into the private sector, up your income, work weekends in the ER. Like, basically, this young lady has to give up her life. She's a doctor! And she has to give up her life and the prime of her life when she got me stuttering, when she should be thinking about having kids, getting her Boaz and, whoop, whoop. Yeah, living it up. You worked hard in your 20s and now you got to work even harder in your 30s for $385,000 in student loan. Let me go. Anyway, I just wanted to jump on. I'm going to put the link to the Dave Ramsey program because I know y'all don't believe me. Y'all think I just be hee ha ha, and y'all don't know this girl. When y'all sleeping, when y'all watching Real Housewives, well, I do watch Real Housewives, but when y'all watching all them other shows, I be on the podcast, I be on the YouTube, I be putting I just be listening to people. I be looking and lurking. All in the YouTube, Facebook, social media streets, and all the people who feel, and I could go on and on. I listen to all the Dave Ramsey stuff, and I'm saying, he's telling people, and I love Dave Ramsey. I love Dave Ramsey. I do. But he's telling people, you're going to be on rice and beans and rice. Go deliver pizzas. I'm a part of a lot of employment groups. There's a lot of jobs that pay $8 to $9 an hour. And after taxes was at like $5 to $7 an hour. And I just look at what some of the people on my team have been able to do from the comfort of their home using only their smartphone. And it's unbelievable to me that in this day and age, so many well-educated people, hardworking people, people with good hearts are in such financial straits. I told y'all the other day, I speak to people, and I've had conversations with some people that are part of my Better Body Crew, my clients, and they thought about suicide because of their weight and health issues. But I've spoken to other people who've told me they thought about suicide because of their debt. For real. I've spoken to people who have thought that they are in so much debt that they thought their family would just be better off if they were dead. And it's not anything for anybody to pass judgment on. I used to be like, oh my gosh, you think about suicide? Don't pass judgment on people, y'all, because you never know, like, stuff. The domino effect, the compound effect is very real. Your life can be perfectly fine and boom, 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 boom. A series of things can come and kick your butt like nobody's business. Get a divorce. Have a divorce lawyer. Go from a 2-income house to a 1-income house. Or worse yet, stay married. But then your spouse gets sick. Now the breadwinner doesn't have, their income is not coming in, the bills are getting behind, the kids are emotionally just like they got one parent sick and the other parent who's not there for them because they're caring for the sick parent. Like, things can get real bad real quick, like real bad real quick. And when it rains, it does pour. So what is my point to you? My point to you is, don't look down on anybody. Don't think that the people next door to you and, sitting in the pew next to you at church, sitting right in the cubicle next to you at work, don't think that they don't have some real serious situations going on of which you know nothing about. And if you're a part of the industry that I'm a part of, you better open your mouth and make it known to people that there is a better way. Is work required? Yes. Don't be silly. But when you look at the alternative, when you look at the things that people are doing nowadays and how they're leaving their kids, they're leaving their spouse, most divorces end up in divorce. Most marriages end in divorce because of money problems. Most people have health problems because of money problems. Most people are stressed because of money problems. Most people are depressed because of money problems. Like, it's real, y'all. Don't play with it. And I'm not saying that what I do is something that you should do. I don't know you. But what I am saying is, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, or you really don't have your stuff set up real nice so that if a disaster comes along, you can survive and thrive it, then please look into that ASAP. If you're pushing your child to college just because you want to tell your friends, Billy is attending Georgia Tech studying aeronautical space engineering. Shutty. If you're not paying for, if you don't have a college fund, how dare you push your child into a ton of debt so that you can feel all proud next to Sister Mary on Sunday? How dare you? If you don't have, I'm going to end this because I don't want to go on too much of a rant, but I'll just put it to you like this. My son is going to be set up so proper, right? Because of his mindset. I'm all for education, formal and self, but I just hate that we are a part of a society that in this new day and age, we still stress formal education. And you got to look at the stats. College tuition has gone up from the 70s to now to 2018. Like, the numbers are astronomical. It's asinine how much college tuition has gone up, but salaries and wages have not. How is it? I'm going to leave you with this. How is it that back in the day, mama, what was it? What we call the grandmas, right? Madeira, right? Nana. How was it that grandpapa didn't have a college education and the whole entire family, and I'm not talking a family, I got one, okay? I got one. And I'd be like, at the grocery bill. But how is it that a family of 6 or 7, people were having babies like rabbits back in the day, right? How is it that a family of like 12 kids, everything was paid for on Papa's salary, and he didn't graduate college? And nowadays you got 2 parents, both with quote unquote good jobs, and y'all still struggling. Things to make you go, We need to bring that 90s music back. Things to make you go, yeah. Regina said private school is $10,000 a year. Oh, what kind of private school is that? Tell me, because I know some in Atlanta. Oh my gosh. Aisha Abdullah said, very right. I agree. Shantae was on the broadcast. What's going on, Nicole? Samantha Mark. What's going on, girlie? Hey, Wynette. Tell my Jazzy I said hello, give her a kiss. Regina said, I will pay cash for everything. Dollar bills, y'all. Yes. Better Bank account crew. Carol Robinson was on the broadcast. Preacher Kim, I'm not a preacher, but I was trying, girl. That was my girl, Joy. I'll see you in a minute on the Zoom training. Joy, we're going to do this dang on thing. I'm telling y'all, I'm not even playing Christopher, John, Brandon. I'm giving you a whole government lane. Sorry about that. He was on, though. Thank you so much. So, and Leslie Rice was on. Thank you all who joined. Latanya Dunaway Clement. Oh, let me tell you about Latanya. I'm putting your business out there. Latanya's son plays for the NFL. I don't know much about football, but a lot of people know him. Okay? So, kudos to him. But another thing that I do is I watch a friend of mine was the cameraman or the producer for the 30, 30 and 3. Wait, I'm messing it up. 30, 30, and 3. That's my company initiative. No, is it 30 for 30 or 30? What's the football game show? Anyway, I watch a lot of documentaries about football players, athletes, and how the league is basically set up for them to lose all of their money. It is so fascinating to me. This stuff, honestly, I'm such a nerd. Y'all don't even know. It's so fascinating to me. College debt, and then like the celebrity status stuff, those are like two of the highest. And nothing against Latanya's son. No, I'm not saying that about her son. But what's your son's name, Latanya, if you still on? He plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, and a lot of people know him. Like, she posted a picture, this dude on a bus. I was like, oh wow. But I know nothing about football. But anyway, it's amazing to me, right? Like I said, how people can do things to set themselves up, to position themselves to be financially secure for life, and then end up still very, very, just in financial straits. Like I said, I spend a lot of time, days and nights, I fall asleep listening to that stuff because it's so fascinating to me. So my whole point, guys, is this. A lot of people are not as well off as you think. You are probably not as well off as you think. Most people put their head in the sand because they don't want to face their situation. A lot of Dave Ramsey's people say, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. A couple called in. They were $80,000 in debt for cars. For cars. And the woman said, this is my first time saying it out loud. She said, but it's $80,000. Dave Ramsey was like, what are you driving? And guess what? You can sit up there and you can talk about her. You can talk about him. You can talk about them. But it's some crap going on in your house that you're in debt with, probably, that you shouldn't be in debt with. So he who cast the first stone, I don't know the rest of the scripture, but you can Google it. My point is, get your life. Okay? We all need to get our lives. All right? That's all I got for now. I'm going to go drop these links so y'all can watch for yourself. I'm dropping the link about my girl who paid $13,000 in cash for her son's degree using her money from selling tea, just like me. And I'm going to drop the link so y'all can hear about this poor 29-year-old doctor. And her mama and daddy probably somewhere going, yes, Kim's a doctor. Kim's a doctor. Homeschooling and $385,000 of debt, making 50 G's a year. Lord of mercy.